In the middle of Egypt's arid desert, where scorching winds sweep across barren land and the horizon stretches endlessly without a drop of water in sight, something extraordinary is happening. A revolution in food production is taking shape, one that may redefine how nations survive in the age of climate change. Imagine this: thousands of shimmering fish ponds carved into the desert, stretching as far as the eye can see. Together, they form one of the largest aquaculture complexes in the world, a mega-project called Al-Firoz. This is not just about fish farming, it's about food security, national independence, and the bold vision of a country determined to feed itself and power its economy for decades to come. Egypt has always been a land of paradoxes. For millennia, the Nile River, running 6,600 kilometers from Sudan to the Mediterranean Sea, has been the beating heart of the nation. Its fertile banks once fed the mighty pharaohs, sustaining vast fields of wheat, barley, vegetables, and fruits. Ancient Egyptians pioneered irrigation, building channels and basins that allowed them to thrive in the desert. Yet today, Egypt faces mounting pressure. Climate change, soil exhaustion, and a rapidly growing population of over 110 million people have pushed the nation into a food crisis. Protein, particularly fish and seafood, is in greater demand than ever. Imports have become costly and unreliable. Recognizing the urgency, the Egyptian government decided in 2017 to embark on a bold experiment to create the largest inland fish farm in Africa, built not on fertile soil, but in the unforgiving desert itself. That project became Al-Firoz Aquaculture Complex, located about 10 kilometers east of Port Said, near the Mediterranean coast. Covering more than 8,000 hectares, it represents one of the most ambitious aquaculture ventures on the African continent. But this is not just about scale. Al-Firoz is a symbol of Egypt's technological drive, its strategic resilience, and its commitment to securing the future. The project's goals are straightforward yet monumental: increase domestic fish production, generate employment, reduce dependency on imports, and establish Egypt as a serious exporter of seafood to global markets. The vision and the build. Constructing a fish farm in the desert is no ordinary task. The first challenge was water. Without it, aquaculture is impossible. Engineers devised a sophisticated canal system linking the complex with the Mediterranean Sea and nearby saltwater lakes. This system pumps and circulates water after undergoing desalination and treatment to ensure salinity and cleanliness are maintained at levels ideal for aquaculture. But water alone was not enough. The desert's sandy soil could not naturally hold it. To solve this, Egypt employed geomembrane geosynthetic liners, a cutting-edge material laid at the bottom of thousands of ponds. These liners create waterproof barriers, preventing seepage, contamination, and evaporation. Thanks to this innovation, the desert ponds retain water efficiently, ensuring sustainable use of resources while protecting groundwater reserves from pollution. The sheer scale of construction was mind-blowing. Over 500,000 cubic meters of soil had to be excavated, and nearly 1.5 million cubic meters of stone were laid to create durable embankments and pond structures. The result? More than 4,000 fish ponds spread across a total area of 31.5 square kilometers. Technology and infrastructure. Unlike traditional fish farms, Al-Firoz operates as a fully integrated aquaculture hub. It includes 700 dedicated fish ponds, each supported by modern irrigation systems that maintain optimal water circulation. Specialized hatcheries for producing high-quality fish and shrimp fingerlings, ensuring a sustainable supply of stock without dependence on foreign imports. On-site feed factories, eliminating reliance on external suppliers and guaranteeing consistent nutrition for the fish. veterinary laboratories tasked with monitoring fish health, detecting and controlling diseases, and ensuring biosecurity. Fish processing plants, where catches are cleaned, packaged, and stored under strict hygiene conditions meeting international export standards. A private harbor, capable of docking up to 6 large fishing vessels, allowing seamless transport of goods from production to markets. This integration creates a closed-loop system that maximizes efficiency, reduces costs, and guarantees product quality. Scale of production. The numbers speak for themselves. Alfeiros is designed to produce 20 million fish and 5 billion shrimp annually. Its hatcheries generate 160 million juvenile fish and 50 million shrimp fry each year, supplying not only the farm itself, but also supporting smaller fish farms across the country. With a projected annual yield of 150,000 tons of fish, Egypt expects to cover a substantial portion of its domestic protein demand while opening new avenues for export to Europe and the Middle East. The investment was enormous, around 2.9 trillion Egyptian pounds, but the expected payoff is transformative. Beyond food security, the project is forecasted to create over 10,000 direct and indirect jobs, from farm operations and laboratory technicians to logistics, processing, and export sectors. Historical and cultural significance. It's worth remembering that fish have always held symbolic and cultural importance in Egypt, from ancient carvings along temple walls to depictions of Nile tilapia and pharaonic art. Fish were seen as symbols of abundance, fertility, and life. Today, that symbolism returns in a modern form. Alfeiros is more than a fish farm. It is Egypt's statement to the world that it will not be held hostage by global food markets. Challenges and solutions. The challenges were immense. Building such a massive project in the desert meant battling heat, evaporation, and logistical nightmares. Importing advanced technology, training workers, and ensuring biosecurity in such a scale demanded coordination at levels rarely seen in the region. One of the toughest obstacles was the initial shortage of breeding stock. In the early years, Egypt imported fingerlings from Greece and Italy, nations renowned for their aquaculture expertise. Gradually, however, local hatcheries became self-sufficient, producing fry of Nile tilapia, mullet, sea breeze, and shrimp, all adapted to local conditions. Environmental sustainability was also a priority. By using geomembrane liners, recycling water, and implementing advanced filtration systems, the project reduces ecological impact. Wastewater is treated before release, ensuring surrounding soil and groundwater are not contaminated. Strategic importance. Launched officially on January 23, 2021 by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, Alfeiros stands as one of the most significant agricultural projects in Egypt's modern history. Beyond feeding Egyptians, it enhances the country's geopolitical standing. With fish exports targeting nearby Arab nations and European markets, Alfeiros positions Egypt as a regional hub for aquaculture. Moreover, the project serves as a buffer against global crises. With the world facing increasing food insecurity due to climate change, wars, and supply chain disruptions, Egypt's ability to feed itself and supply others could be a strategic asset. Impact on society. The benefits extend beyond economics. For local communities, the project provides livelihoods, stable incomes, and skill development. Rural workers gain training in aquaculture technologies, veterinary science, and food processing. Women in nearby towns find opportunities in packaging and quality control facilities. The ripple effect of this mega-project is already being felt across multiple layers of Egyptian society. For consumers, the impact is direct: affordable protein on dinner tables. Fish, once considered a luxury for many Egyptians, is becoming more accessible thanks to rising production and falling prices. Global significance. The world is watching. As populations grow and climate change threatens food systems, Al-Firos offers a blueprint for other desert nations. Countries in North Africa, the Middle East, and beyond may replicate this model, turning barren lands into food-producing hubs. If successful, Egypt's experiment could spark a global revolution in sustainable aquaculture. From the sands of the desert, Egypt has raised not just fish, but hope. The Al-Firos Aquaculture Project is more than ponds and pipelines. It is proof of what determination, innovation, and vision can achieve against all odds. As the sun sets over thousands of glittering pools in the desert, one cannot help but wonder, if Egypt can farm fish in the sand, what else is possible for humanity's future? The world will be